What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Just the Guys podcast, episode 163. 163 weeks of continuously dropping content.
I'm still here, dog.
Yeah, we are still here. Today I'm joined with Denzel, my boy Terrell down there, man.
Yes,
My name's
sir.
Rod. And it doesn't matter if you're a he, she, they, or them. When you tune in, it's us. That sounded kind of cringe. I don't know. Maybe we do it again. Nah, it's fine. Yeah, man. We don't really got too much on the table for y'all today. We just want to touch bases with y'all, but we go ahead and start with saying, go ahead and like and subscribe if you're here. If you're new, still like it.
Yeah.
If you watch about 2 to 3 minutes of the video, go ahead and
like
subscribe.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Still like it. If you're an audio listener and you're still listening through the audio, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Come over to YouTube. Check us out, man. It's way more engaging here, way more interactive.
Oh.
But yeah. How y'all boys feeling, man? Is there anything that y'all want to kind of get off your chest? Don't mind me. I'm a snack because I'm a fat ass.
Let's see. I don't know. Well, let's recap. 4th of July. How was y'all 4th of July? What y'all did? Did y'all eat? Did y'all grub? Did y'all see fireworks? I kind of caught a little cold.
No.
Like a one day, literally like a 1 day or cold. My last like 2 colds have been just like, I'll be sick for 1 day, back right the next day. That's what we like to see. That means the immunity system is, you know what I'm saying? They firing. But me and my girl went to the Speedway down here, which is this race stadium, whatever. We went to it, seeing fireworks. I had a bunch of food trucks out there. Got me a little, you know what I'm saying? Got me a little hot dog. I'm an adult, I can say that. We eat hot dogs. And it was nice.
I thought it was fire though.
It was nice, you know? It was nice. I thought the fireworks were gonna be a little bit, more extravagant, but it was cool. It was a vibe. Might make that the go-to, like the annual, you know what I'm saying? We just go yearly, go to the Speedway, check out the food trucks, boom, 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 and chill. And then this week is it's crazy. It's her birthday. It was her birthday, 4th of July. And now on Saturday, we're about to make our anniversary. So our year is coming up. And we're gonna go to Hollywood, go to the beach. We're gonna try Jollibee. Yeah, for the first time. Then we're gonna go out to dinner. Go to Samurai. We go to Samurai for the dinner, where they cook in front of you.
Hey,
I'm talking about, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
and then she goes back to North Carolina for 2 weeks, and then that's when I'm gonna lock in, get all the gaming videos together. Tekken videos coming soon, y'all. I'm telling you. Wait on it. Coming soon. Yeah, what else? I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I'm gonna crank out videos though. I'm gonna crank them out for 2 weeks, cranking them out.
That man said he's gonna take advantage and maximize his time. Fuck with it. Hey, man. I'm happy for you. I think everybody should be able to experience that.
Yeah.
Being in a wholesome relationship and hitting an anniversary, hitting a year of time with that person.
Yes, sir.
That's great. All that other bullshit, like the mingling and being single and stuff, it ain't
for the birds.
It don't last, man. It gets old quick.
Yeah.
You get old, you get tired of that repetitive, meeting them, seeing if you're compatible, kind of just like the small talk, just doing what you do just to get what you want and then moving on. If not, if that's for you, then hey, I'm not gonna knock it. But it's a lot. I think it's a waste of time, money, effort, energy, because it's just not worth it, man.
Yeah, I was gonna put her on off the pod though. I was gonna put her on camera, but she's sick today, so she can meet y'all formally.
Oh,
yeah, but she's sick, so like she caught probably what I had, but she's getting a lot worse. So yeah. We got them immunity shots on deck. Immunity shots on deck. What about
vitamin
you?
C.
Yeah.
So what about you, man? How you
been? I was working. I was at work 4th of July. I thought I was gonna be off 4th of July, but Barnabas called me. Mr. B at Dollar General up the street. He was calling me, and I was like, all right, I'll come in. I had this white T-shirt on too. He's like, "You got a white T-shirt on? Yeah, you know our uniform." I was like, "Yeah, Mr. B, I know it's black, but it was dirty. I didn't want to put on a dirty shirt and be stinking. It says on the door, good hygiene, so I didn't want to stink. So couldn't wear that." And then he was just like, "Okay." I mean, always on my neck about either one, like my dress code or like me being a few minutes late. Sometimes a half hour late. Like the other day, I was a half hour late. I ain't gonna lie, but he be he like I already let him know before I got hired. I let him know like sometimes I'll be late, but I do work. I come in there, I get the work done. He's like, "Yeah, you do recover in the store better than anybody else." Like, "Yeah, I do. I just I be late. That's the only thing." I let him know. The same thing with McDonald's. I was like, I've been on time for McDonald's. I haven't been late, but I've been missing days. But I had doctor's notes. But
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. 4th of July, like I was just working. Like I went home. Nobody was home. My aunt went to South Carolina with her daughter, and I was just home alone. So it just gave me a lot of time to think.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was just working and thinking, and also my leg got infected as well.
Oh shit, Denzel.
No.
Yeah, one of the wounds from last year never closed. And it scabbed up, and then, the scab fell off. And I was like, okay, that's normal. That's usually what wounds do. It scab up, then fall off, then it heals. It just didn't heal all the way, and I still kept going to work up prior to that.
Mhm.
And, when I walked to work, you sweat.
Sweat, yeah.
So the sweat was getting into the wound, and I wasn't really focused on that. I didn't really care. I was just trying to get to work.
Yeah.
But it was infected. Then I went to the doctor after the 4th of July. I went to the doctor Tuesday, and it was like, "Yeah, I'm glad you came to the ER because you have cellulitis, and that's a skin infection."
Mhm.
And
I had that shit
yeah,
before. Did it hurt? Was it like tender?
it started
Sore?
to hurt. And the crazy thing
Mhm.
is, I didn't like. I remember when I got hit, I didn't have any feeling in my leg, so it was just like it was weird feeling pain again. And I was like, "This ain't good pain. Like, there's good pain and bad pain. The good pain is
Yeah.
when my nerves are growing back, and this is like a jolt of pain. But this pain was like lingering. I'm like, okay, this is not supposed to be doing this. Is it infected?" And then I took off the band-aid, and it smelled rancid, terrible. I was like, yeah, this ain't. I never had an infection before,
Mhm.
so I ain't know. But now I know. Now I know. I learned. I learned something. Be good
Yeah.
though. Be on the antibiotics.
That's good.
That's fantastic, bro. I'm happy for you. Man, I had this little cut on my leg get infected, and I don't even know how, but it was like on my left shin, and I don't remember how I got the cut or whatever, but I remember like this white bubble kind of forming like on it, and I was just like, "What is this?" And like I thought it was just like how you would see any old random pimple, like it's just like a small white bubble that has pus, whatever. So I was washing it, trying to get it out or whatever, and then like I ended up like scrubbing it, kind of squeezing a little bit. Some liquid came out. I was like, okay, cool. And then it got swollen, and I was just like, bro, why is this shit swollen? And walking hurt it. So like it hurt to walk, like when I put too much pressure on the leg. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like imagine if I was like to jump or like to stomp or something, like sending that vibration through the leg would hurt that area. So I was like,
Mhm.
oh hell no. I went one day when I was at work. I just walked over across the street, literally it's a parking lot over to emergency care or urgent care. And yeah, it was like $25, but yeah, they did like all the regular, they take my vitals, and then basically it just told me I had cellulitis, and they gave me like an antibiotic, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I took it, and then the inflammation just went down like after time. But that was just so random. Like,
Yeah.
how the fuck does that happen? Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, also I listened to Chromacopia. I remember I said I wanted to talk about that. Bro, that album is so fucking. That album was good. I'm kind of mad we didn't do a reaction to it because apparently the story to that album is like the void of space in between your 20s and 30s where you're like unsure where you need to be, and you know what I'm saying, like people have given you
So like where we are.
advice. Yeah. People have given you advice growing up. Like he has a song on there where it's like, oh, you gotta use a condom when you're having sex. You always gotta use a condom, Tyler. and then it transitions into a song where he talks about like having a pregnancy scare. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many times have we gotten advice growing up to then turn around and just go against the advice in your, 20s? And I'm like, okay. So I listened to it all the way through once. I didn't go back and replay it, but I was just like, okay, Tyler, hold on now. You're underrated. Hold on. At least to me, I feel like Tyler's a little on the underrated side because artistically he's up there and he's one of the ones. He has that vision.
Definitely a gifted artist.
Definitely one. Maybe
we
do
call
it.
him a rapper.
Yeah, I call him a rapper. He's more on the artsy side. So I say artistically, I don't think there's a lot of people that are fucking with Tyler on an artistic level.
Nah, I agree. Man,
Tyler been himself since when he came out in Our Future Wogan. I was listening to him in high school.
Yeah.
In 10th grade, with him and Earl and them, because Tyler and Earl was my two favorites. But yeah, when it came out, they I don't think they changed. Neither one of them. They both been solid the whole time. Like they changed, but they still them. Like it's like Tyler and Earl. They just got different hobbies. Like yeah, Earl he smokes now, but it's like still Earl though. Like he still could drop bars on anybody. Like but he's not a battle rapper, but he could still rap if he needs to. If he feels the need to. If you want to drop an album out of nowhere, it'll do numbers. And
man, let me ask this, because I know everybody thinking this. So let me just ask. You said none of them changed, right? You think Tyler always been gay?
I think he's fluid.
Or do you think sexuality is just like a fluctuation?
I think he's fluid.
Nah. I feel like if he's fluid, like I don't feel like he's. It's not clear cut. I wouldn't say that he's gay. It's just like he not
ambiguous.
Fluid either. I don't want to. Yeah, like he is either like he's cute.
So he's like a bisexual man.
Cute. Yeah.
Okay.
Bisexual. But
you
it's
think he always been that way?
Or
do you think it just develops over time? Like he just got curious and was like, you know what? I like this. This shit feels good.
Feels right. What I think is, I think he probably growing up, like he probably wasn't. He didn't think that he wasn't, and it just over time, like you start to learn stuff about yourself, and then he's just like, let's try it. Let's see if it sticks. And then he tried it because he had the money to, and like he had the opportunities to. So he was like, okay, I mean, it ain't too bad. And then
you say have the money, like this is some kind of extravagant.
Well, okay, what I mean is this is what I mean by that. Let me put some context behind that statement. What I mean by he had the money is because he has the free time. That's what I mean by money. He has the free time to experiment with that and see what he wants to, because he's already rich, he's already famous. Now he wants to find out who he is. And that was a part of it. He probably I'm not gonna say he always been bisexual or anything like that. It's probably like pieces that was just come through here and there, and he just didn't know. He was like, like our Family Guy with the what's that one joke he did? What Peter did with the no, not Peter.
Sounds interesting to me. Not sure what to say about that. Because I feel like, I mean, I don't know how it works, because sexuality is supposed to be just like a concept, right? But inherently, like, you're attracted to what you're attracted to. It's weird because you can be attracted to something, and then, you know what? You can be attracted to something, but it be so indoctrinated in you since, like, you were a child to where, like, you're conditioned to like that kind of thing. But, like, how much of it is both things? Like, is it nature or nurture? Or both, right? I think it might be both. Because in elementary school, I had crushes on, like, girls, like, that were Hispanic. I had crushes on girls that were, like, white. Like, they just looked different from what I was used to all the time. And then that, in turn, started off, like, my first girlfriend, she was black. but then she's black and Cuban, but mostly black because she's like dark skin. You couldn't really tell unless you saw like her hair texture. It was like loose curly. She had like a 4A type hair.
Mm.
And then, funny enough, she turned out to be a lesbian. Anyway, so yeah, so like I was dating her. It was a great experience. You know, we had a lot of things in common,
Mm.
and I was just like, damn, this is cool. She's like the perfect girl for me. You know, at the time I was a kid. She played video games. She was into music. She was in the band. She was in sports. Like she ran track. She did play basketball. I thought I had me a dime for real. You know, the middle school ended, and of course, kids do as they do.
Yeah.
We separated because we went to different schools. But yeah, so like I say that to say how much of that is really just like conditioning. Like, if you're around people who are gay, would you grow up being more sexual, like gender fluid, even though like you kind of like lean towards one way, or is it like a trauma type of thing? Like, what is it, or like you just born that way?
I feel like you can be.
I think it's more
I don't
nature.
feel like you're born. Yeah, I don't feel like you're born gay per se. I wouldn't say that you're born.
Because his dad wasn't in his life, right? He didn't really have
No,
a strong male figure.
he didn't know.
Yeah, I think it's more. It's more. I can say that it's more. I feel like at the end of the day, when everything's said and done, I think it's a choice. At the end of the day, it's a choice that you make. But you know, it depends on their circumstances. Like life is, everybody's experience is different. Everyone's.
You know what?
Like,
He might be onto something, because I like women, right? I actually love women. But if I was in an environment where like it was like, I don't know, I was in jail or something, or like I was just around men all the time, from me being a child to like me getting older, and I don't really see other women, maybe there's men that I would look at and be like, damn, he's kind of handsome. You know what I'm saying?
Johnson.
That's
what happened to him. That's
what
exactly what happened to him.
That's
to
what
be
I was
honest.
getting at. That's what I was getting at, because there's men in those circumstances that like they do gay things even though they're straight. Like, you know, when you're in jail or like you're just in that environment. But there's nothing really about a man that I find attractive. Like, I find many different things on a woman way more attractive than I do on like certain men. Obviously, you can see a man and be like, okay, that man's like kind of handsome. He's attractive. He's, you know, whatever. He's well groomed, whatever the case. He's fresh. But it doesn't turn into like, yeah, I want to like go out with this person and get to know them and like see what they're like and what they're about, and you know, explore all the different parts of her personality. Or I say person and then I said her, but you know what I meant. Like, it doesn't translate to that. It's just kind of like, okay, like you a handsome dude, like you attractive dude, but I don't want anything to do with that though. I'm not sexually interested in this person because I'm not attracted to them. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't want to start a family, or like, I don't want to lay in the bed or do like none of this stuff. Like, that stuff just seems weird or strange to me. So is it that over time, if you're in that environment, that you kind of like become more and more desensitized, or not desensitized, but you become more and more comfortable with like being around other men and like kind of just like being more curious?
Everybody has their psyche has a time limit. If you go around that for 20 plus years, that's all you know. Eventually, it's gonna break through. Unless you just built different. Unless you literally built different. If you built different,
yeah,
you do it. But you gonna have scars to show. You're gonna have some traumas. You're gonna have some whatever. But like,
ain't no traumas. Sorry.
Nah, because it leaves scars. Because you got to wrestle with your psyche, like your mental. So it's like,
but
20 years though, like 20 years.
I want to pivot real quick. Hold that thought. I want to pivot real quick and say that why are we so much more accepting of like women being gender fluid than men? You ever notice that? Why is it okay for
the man thing?
Think so?
Yeah, women are more accepting of women liking other women. Men, you already know where they go to. They go to the jokes. They go to that's Diddy, that's this, that's that. We're more
Get away from me.
We're more
You get beat
judgmental.
up.
Yeah, we're more judgmental of that than women are.
I would say it goes a little bit deeper than that, because knowing the history and how the world was run, I think that women have become so sexualized in society that it's more acceptable for them to be gender fluid and more acceptable for them to kiss each other. And doesn't matter. That's just what girls do. More accepted for them to be turned on by another girl and want to touch another girl and be able to touch another girl and to go to strip clubs and see other women throw money on them because they're supporting them because they have to support each other because they've been supporting each other. And then also because women are so sexualized. And like that's like their whole being, right? They have to be pretty, they have to be attractive, they have to look a certain way, they have to get their attention or whatever. Just because that's the things that we value in society. Not saying that the woman has to do it. It's just that that's why you see that trend so often. That's what I think.
I think two things. So both of us, we're not wrong.
Can be true. Yeah. I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah.
I just think, like you said, women are more accepting and supporting of each other because they had to have each other because I mean they didn't really have rights 100 years ago, same as black people, right? So it's the same shit. They had to have each other. That's why they're so much more supportive of each other. They're commenting on each other's posts, and also for that reason. But I will also say it's because they have been so sexualized and desensitized to that they're looked at that way. I mean, how many times have you seen in a post, you know, a woman post something and like it's like she's showing her room or whatever, or like her outfit, she going to the gym. Then you see the comments, I'm no better than the man. Damn, she got this, then that. Girls responding to the other girls, liking their stuff. They'd be like, oh yeah, like kiss me, this and that, like all this other weird shit. Right? Now, if men did any of that shit,
which happened, which does happen, which does happen in amongst friend groups. Let's put that out there. Us men do be doing that to each other in friend groups, but you know, just to be funny because we've definitely done that here.
Stop spilling the. You know what I'm saying? Stop breaking the code. Breaking code right now. Chill out. I don't know if you get too far with that.
Yeah. RNH. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
RNH.
Stop. Chill out. All right. But yeah, so it's a little bit different. I'm not saying that men don't do it. Men are starting to do it more, especially with this new generation of niggas. They're starting to be like real, like what can I say? Yeah. They're not as homophobic. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Because like the men from 50 years ago, way homophobic. Have you seen Boosie? You see what Boosie was saying and all that? Way homophobic. Now it's like we don't really care because it's like we grew up in that generation where it's like who the fuck cares, like whatever.
Yeah.
You can be gay, but it doesn't mean like it changes anything really. Like you're still a person. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're a bad person, you're a bad person. Your sexuality doesn't apply to that, right? And then now, like, and with this brand new generation, like things are becoming so normalized that they're experimenting more with the way they dress, with like the way they talk. You know what I'm saying? Not like they're still
I like that.
They're still
progressive.
Yeah, it is. But there's still certain boxes that they don't check off. Like there's still certain lines they don't cross, certain things they don't wear or say, but they're not, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not really as hesitant to say the things that they say.
This is funny because there was a Reddit story I heard that it was just like this wife had found out that her husband was like sending dick pics between him and his best friend, and they were just talking, like really just making like cracking jokes and shit. And they said that they did it just because like men don't do that, like, and like it's looked at as weird, and it's like fuck it, like whatever, like yo, nice dick. And they'll just send each other dick pics, like, and I was just like, oh, that's kind of funny, like, that's kind of funny. He's like, yeah, it's just like sending a picture of like your ear. I'm like, maybe not that like normal, but I get where you're going.
Yeah. They just want to have that same shit because like women could go up to each other and be like, oh damn, those are nice. Are those real? And then like, you know, they
or change in front of each other and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
In middle
but it's
school, I seen that. Like middle school, we talking like
shit wild.
5, 6, 7, and I seen that happen. That exact scenario. One girl
I
watching
mean,
another girl's like, "Oh my god, they grew so much over the summer." I was just grabbing them. I'm just like, I'm looking at them like,
yeah, but like you insert a man into that scenario. Holy
"Oh
shit.
my goodness."
Yeah, holy shit.
Like,
And like
damn.
a record, some years in jail, assault, fucking a case, so many things, bro.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
gosh.
I I think that is good, right? I don't really think that anything bad can happen. I think
Uh,
people that think bad things can happen from progression are just like kind of freaking out. They're
mhm.
just not ready for change. You know what I mean?
Yeah, change
Now,
is scary to a lot of people because
yeah.
they're not used to it.
I mean, I don't really have much else to say on that,
Mm.
but I just think that sexuality, like the topic of sexuality and like having like a fluid sexuality is always so interesting because like I said, I think it's both nature and nurture. Like you can
Yeah,
definitely be influenced. And I think that you are also
you
born
could
a
born
certain
like
way.
that. Yeah, just
Yeah,
how
to
your the chemicals in your brain, just how your brain is wired. Like you're just attracted to what you're attracted to.
yeah. It's always interesting to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went on my little spiel. Y'all got something? My bad.
Shit. Shit. We look like we might to just wrap it.
I got one. No, it's kind of like ruminating. Like we already talked about it, so I ain't gonna bring it up. But it's just some guy talking about AI and jobs and stuff now. But
Oh
it's
my
just
god,
like,
that shit.
yeah, we already
Honestly,
talked about.
if we talk about that, it's gonna piss me off because I mean, go ahead. You can shoot. You can shoot if you want to. I ain't gonna
Nah,
say
they was
nothing.
just talking about how, this dude. He's really intelligent. He's an intelligent human being. Like he's older. He's like uh, uh 50, 60. But he usually comes to McDonald's and he's always on his laptop and I don't know what he does. I don't know him that much, but he's really intelligent, very
Mm.
intelligent. But he was just talking about how he used to work for IBM back in the 80s and in the 70s, and he was just talking about how he loves technology, but he's like every disaster that happened with America, they always
On technology.
at first they just doing whatever, like what let's for instance when they was testing the nuclear bombs, they was testing it in deserts in the United States, and all the cities around surrounding that desert got cancer from the air, and they didn't. And it was like, oh, we can't do this anymore because people got cancer, and people can die, and they dropped nuclear bombs on Japan. Then that's never happened before, and then afterwards it was like, okay, we can't do that at that
Ever
scale or
again.
any scale, yeah, because the world's gonna end if we do that. It's like, and it basically you're saying like you see the pattern, like they have the power to do something, then they go crazy with it, something bad happens, and then they put up policies and regulations and safety measures for that problem. And he's
Yeah.
like, what do we have now? Like AI. He's like, exactly. They said they can control it, but they just keep developing it. And he's like, they really have to think about it to get it right this time. It's like they're not gonna think about it to get it right. This is gonna keep going until something bad happens. Then if we're still here, they're gonna fix it. But it's just like it was just depressing to think about because
That'll be exciting.
it's in America's history though. Like it's American history. Like there's been a lot of situations where there's a pattern because I'm good at looking at patterns. It's a pattern. It's like, oh, I have an idea. And then they go with the idea, something bad, it has catastrophic effects, and they're like, okay, we can't do that. We can't do that no more. Yeah, that's terrible. Like it happened with many of the disasters in dark times in America. Like the whole history. Think about it. Remember in the from like the 19 well before that, because serial killers always been around, but like from early 1900s to the 19 to the 2000s, really it was kind of like a desert wasteland for crime. Like you could do what you want. Like in the 70s, why do you think it was a bunch of like Jeffrey Dahmer was out and Ted Bundy was doing whatever because technology didn't advance yet and it was doing whatever, and then it was like okay, and then technology caught up and it was like okay, I mean people still do, Don't get me wrong. They ain't gonna stop someone
Yeah.
from being crazy. If
Yeah.
they crazy, they crazy. They gonna find a
Yeah.
way. But like, it's not as common as it used to be. It's the same thing with like, you know, the nuclear bombs and all that. It's just like they test the waters, it floods, and then they're like, okay, we gotta put the dam up.
Yeah.
But it's like after the fact, and it's just like I thought about. I was like, yeah, this shit is depressing when you think about it. Very depressing.
I mean, but I would say those like are a little bit different just because technology was advancing in general. So they can kind of just get away with things because we didn't have the technology to pin down the criminals, like to like reverse engineer shit and get their fingerprints and like, you know, test for DNA like the way that we could. Now the whole nuclear bomb thing, I don't know why they ever thought that was a good idea. If they were testing, like, if they were testing and they saw the effects, like there's radiation in the air and the atmosphere is polluted from these bombs, why go ahead and drop like the most dangerous thing that you tested?
Yep, because they
on
happen
an
in
enemy?
that sequence.
I know it's an enemy and I know they pissed you off, but like you don't just like kill their generations for like to come. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just spike their country and then make it so that every kid that is born in the next 50 years is gonna have some kind of defect. Like what the fuck is that? so so then like the UN, like they developed their treaty or whatever, and they said that they weren't gonna do this shit like that
Did
anymore. Right?
the nuclear pact.
There you go. So I just don't think that, like, I think that what he's saying, like, he has a point, especially with the AI. Hopefully, they take like, you know, baby steps, and there's countermeasures
And
in
that's
place.
just, by the way, that shit is terrible for the environment. By the way, that all this AI shit is fucking terrible for the environment. Just
Yeah,
the amount of
because
power
they use
it
graphics card.
takes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fucking
I
terrible.
mean,
If you live
yeah,
next to an AI like facility, I've seen this one
It's hot.
story. Yeah, it's hot. There's one story that this family had like this like sediment in their water from yeah, because they were living right next to a facility that housed all this AI stuff. But yeah, it's just so bad for the environment. And then people are just using it just to fuck around and put a beard on a picture or fucking
or make like stupid ass TikToks
or just talk to it.
and shorts.
AIYN.
I'm gonna use ChatGPT. Oh my god, I can't stand. I'm not gonna lie.
Which isn't
I
all
know
the way
my coworkers will
accurate.
never look at this, but I can't stand. I can't stand when they do that. Yeah, ChatGPT told me this. ChatGPT, the fuck ChatGPT.
You know what's crazy?
Like,
How about you
damn.
do your own research?
I'm gonna put. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. Only because I agree with you on the Chat GPT. I don't use Chat GPT. I use Gemini, and Gemini is Google's AI assistant. But the thing is, I don't like, since I grew up with the internet and I know how to look for information. I don't just be like, hey, Gemini, how do you do this? And it put it in steps. And how do you exactly, like, what are the effects of this? And then it gives me information on what it is and what's the, like, let's say, like, what is the composition of a pencil? And then be like, oh, it's 2% woods, stuff like that. And then I'll just go with that information with what it is, and then I'll make my own ideas or what to do with it, as an example. But most people just like ChatGPT or ChatGPT. How do I make a lot of money and change my life? How do I be famous? And they'll be like, all right, so first, and they'll tell you, it'll be like, yeah, you gotta do this, and do it like this, and people will flock to your channel, and then people do it, and then it doesn't work, and they wonder why, because it's like it's missing something. Like AI is advanced far, but it's missing something. Like be like, yeah, put out a video and all that, and make sure the production is really good. I mean, all it's accomplishing is you spending a bunch of like money you don't have to pursue something that isn't likely.
Get a collab with Kai Cenat.
Yeah, like
It's unrealistic.
You ask him directly in the DMs, he might answer like, yeah, he might, but he's not.
Right.
It's bullshit, man. I hate it. Honestly, I hate it.
I'm right with you.
I remember when we started like our channel. Matter of fact, I'm looking at the channel right now. I remember when we started the channel, and it really was just like just doing it because it was fun. And also, I mean, we had like dreams, but mostly it's because it was fun. And like you have to really go through those phases where you're learning different things, you're trying different things out. But the most important thing is like we are the entertainment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we don't like we aren't like just edits and effects and production and like we don't really bring on
I'm
any
excited.
guests like that anymore. We are the entertainment, right? Like our experiences, the way we talk, like the videos that we make, we're the entertainment.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't like you can't just blow. I mean, you probably can blow up like overnight. I mean, if we were posting in the right places at the right times, we could get like an influx of 1,000, a couple hundreds of subscribers and stuff.
Mm.
But that's not really the reason we do it. I mean, like obviously that's the goal. Like the goal is to get monetized and to eventually like be able to sustain ourselves off of that because that's like what matters, right?
Yeah.
You're winning if you make money from something. But it's also fun because like it's a passion and we can say that we're doing something together and we're doing something together and we're pursuing our dreams, right?
And we're having fun. It's just fun. Wait till them gaming videos drop. I'm telling y'all, that's just gonna be fun as fuck. I already got an idea of just our Tekken matches. I promise you, tune in. I promise you, I'm gonna have all the fucking edits in there. I promise you. I already got it up here.
All right, man. Y'all heard it here. We got Tekken videos dropping soon. We might get in the gaming bag.
I have a scary game video coming too.
I know.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I'm locking in for that too. Come on now.
Jeez. All right, man.
And if you're watching this,
I'll hold you to it.
The Drake reaction is also dropping this week too. Me and Raw are gonna get on it tomorrow.
This week?
Yep.
What's this week?
And Drake dropped. What did he miss? He dropped it. He dropped the song. We're gonna react to it tomorrow. And Pusha T Clips album drops this week. Y'all will get that too. Trust me. I'm gonna be in the cave editing.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
What did I miss?
That shit dropped 2 days ago. What the fuck, Terrell? Why didn't you tell me?
I thought you seen. And I thought we were just gonna lock in Wednesday or we're gonna stay on the same schedule. Wednesday.
What the hell? All right.
So we're gonna do that. Clips also coming, getting music, games, podcasts. What more do y'all want? What more?
Like, comment, subscribe, man. Like, comment, subscribe for sure. If you made it this far, for sure, like, comment, and subscribe. Comment to let us know what you think we could do for these next few videos. Because honestly, like with the music, like obviously we're gonna react to like certain stuff that's dropping, just like how we are with the Drake video. But so we kind of have like a guide for what y'all like to see. Maybe we put up some polls or something. But yeah, man, it's been your guys, Denzel, Terrell, myself, Rod. Till next time, man. Stay up, be easy. Be out.
Adios.
But only Cardi can pick the right ones, though.
He's not a rapper. That shit is trash. Look, Rob, that shit is trash. But that beat with that bubbling on the side that I'm tuning out is just fire.
They're just. I feel like he's in too deep now, so he can't really break shit up. But he'll